Hello, and welcome along to HTML Basics with your host Robert Smith. In this part 2 of the links story, we're going to look at creating a link to an external website, in other words, not within the same website, and how to download files. So the first thing I'd like to do, this word Kookaburra here, I'd like to link that to YouTube so they can click on the word Kookaburra and go and see a video of a Kookaburra. So to do that, I'm going to go into Code View just to make it a bit neater. Now, I'm going to put my cursor here. That's where I want the tag to first start. So Shift, opening bracket, and A for anchor tag, then space, like this, then href. Now we've been doing this ad nauseum in other videos. So let's browse out. I've got the page open in Chrome like this. Here's the page I want, the YouTube page that I'd like to link to. So how I'm going to do it is, rather than have to remember this address up here or to write it, I'm just going to copy it by selecting it like that and copying it, Command C to copy, and Command Tab back to Dreamweaver, and in between here I'm going to place that and Apple V to paste that in. And I need to complete my tag here by going just there at the beginning of the word Kookaburra and putting a right angle bracket in, and then to complete the whole tag after the word Kookaburra, I'm just going to open my angle bracket and press /. Let's have a look at that. That's what it looks like. So let's refresh that and go back to split view, and now you'll see that this word Kookaburra has taken on the link. It looks like any other link down here. So let's look at that in Chrome like this. We'll save that, and as you can see, it's a link. If I click on this, it'll take me to my YouTube video, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so let's Command Tab back to Dreamweaver. So that's linking to an external file. Let's have a look at the code, what the difference is within the code. For example, here it is. Here's the one we just wrote. You'll notice it's got a complete address, HTTP, www, all of that. If you want to link to an external file, you need to put the complete address. So it's exactly the same process, only you need a complete address, and that's called an absolute link, as opposed to these links down here, which are relative links. They're within the same website, and they're covered in video 1 of this, how we wrote these. Okay, absolute, relative. Another thing you want to do a lot on the web is to download some files. So let's say, for example, we want to download a folder of pictures. We want the user to download a folder of pictures of a Kookaburra. So what I'm going to do is, before we do that, I'm going to Command Tab out to the Finder like this. Now, a good way to download a number of files, if there's 3 or 4 files, if you look in here, we've got 3 or 4 files in there like that. I'm going to compress this or zip it before I do it. It makes life a lot easier. Perhaps you haven't done this before, but if I just select it like that and hold the Control key down and click, or right click on the PC, I'm going to go compress Kookaburra images like that. And now we've got a zip file, which is this folder compressed to a smaller size, so it'll download a lot quicker. So let's go back to Dreamweaver, Command Tab back to Dreamweaver like that. Okay, now the word we want is the laughing Kookaburra. There it is there. So let's go to Code View to just make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. Okay, where were we? The laughing Kookaburra, there it is there. So it's like any other tag, link I should say. We'll just Shift, open up the tag on the A, then space, then href. But this time, when we browse, let's browse out to find it. This time we're not going to put an address like a URL. We're going to put the actual file. So if I just select the file, there's the one we want to download. I'm going to go open like this. And as you'll see, it just puts the name of the file and not an address. See, that's an address here, like that. This is just the name of the file. Okay, so now I can close that with a Shift, and after the word Kookaburra, again, open my bracket, /. Okay, let's go to split view and have a look at that. And let's refresh it, and as you can see, now we've got a link here for Kookaburra. So let's try that in Google Chrome like this, and here it is here. Let's click on it. As you can see, it's downloading that zip file down here in the left hand corner, and you can open it up and double click on it, and it will go back to the original folder state. So that's it. Let's Command Tab back to Dreamweaver. So we've looked at two different sorts of links here. We've got the link that goes outside of this website, takes us to YouTube, and we see a video that's called an absolute link. I've also got this link here which takes us to actually downloads a whole lot of files, and that becomes very useful. So if I go to Code View now and just have a quick look and a quick summary of the sort of links we've looked at in these two videos. We've looked at these sort of videos that navigate in between or in the same website. So that's all to do with this Kookaburra website. We also went outside and by putting a link up here to this Kookaburra with a complete address. That's called an absolute link. And then we also linked to a file, the name of a file here, so people could download it. Okay, that's the basic link story. Absolute, relative, and download. They're the three sorts of links you'll be interested in as a designer. Okay, thanks for watching.